Hello everybody and welcome back to my video series, The World of Crystals, where today I'm actually quite frustrated, but for some obvious reasons that we're going to talk about because crystals kind of blow up on TikTok, funnily enough. And sometimes TikTokers have the right crystal and other times they're talking about a completely different crystal. So today we're going to be talking about one very important crystal that has been blowing up on TikTok for multiple reasons, whether it's for your sex life, making it better, or for introducing people that you haven't seen in a long time back into your life, or maybe you getting that soulmate that you've been waiting for. And that is Carnelian. Now, behold the Carnelian. This is a Carnelian. Take that into account. Alright? This is what one Carnelian looks like. Let me show you another Carnelian, because this one will probably throw some of you for a loop. This is also a Carnelian. Alright, now we got that out of the way. TikTok has been blowing up these videos of people holding pendants, saying that it's Carnelian and that it changed their whole life, blah blah blah, etc, etc. And yet the reality is that those pendants are not Carnelian at all. They're red jasper, which are very similar crystals because they're both in the quartz family. However, red jasper is opaque. It has no translucency. Whereas with a Carnelian, it does actually have some translucency. Now I wish that I had a light so I could show you this, but I use my phone for recording, so I can't show you. However, if I hold it up close enough to the phone, you'll notice that there's some parts of the crystal that you can kind of see a brighter effect through. That's the translucency of the crystal. That's what I mean by translucent. Opaque means that you're not going to see through anything. And that is what is driving me a little nuts. People, crystals are great. However, if you're going to promote a crystal, make sure you're promoting the correct one. The other thing is that Carnelian's kind of been misjudged and abused in a lot of ways, and has been called something that it isn't. When it comes to the sex stuff, let me first and foremost just say this. Carnelians are part of the root chakra, so they can help pertaining to fertility and sexual organ problems, so they can do that. However, the main purpose of Carnelian is to build up your confidence. Carnelians are meant to give you strength and courage, confidence to overcome things. Carnelians are known as the stones of the Leos because they actually embrace and encompass fire element fully, thus beautiful red colors. However, Carnelians come in a variety of colors like you see with this one. It can also be a beautiful yellow. But Carnelians are also interesting because they're an agate. They're just a different form of an agate. Agates like to have a solid mass. So unlike quartz, which I'm going to show you, oh, here's my cat. Unlike quartz, although this is not quartz, so I apologize. Not really. He's beautiful though, look at him. Anyways, this is an amethyst torch. I apologize in advance. My cat has been dealing with some nose cancer and there's not much we can do. So I apologize. He's not going to be too much in this video, but he wants to be close to me, so. But this is quartz. Quartz forms in points. That's its thing. It loves to do that. It loves forming in points. Now when it comes to an agate, agates love forming in a solid mass. That's what they love to do. So those are the two differences. Now, does a Carnelian not have the capability of connecting you to those who you missed or loved, or connecting you to your soulmate? Well, remember what I said, it's a stone of confidence. So it can provide that. Alright. Bring him over into my lap so that way he can chill there. When it comes down to it, Carnelian's just main goal is to build up your confidence. And when it builds up your confidence, it means it builds up your courage, your willingness and desire to actually pursue things, to go for it, you know? Ask out that guy that you see on the bus. Talk to that person that you just saw across the way. And so much more. Because of this, Carnelian does one thing, and this is why I've been feeling a little bit frustrated. Because when it comes to it, crystals are kind of being given these powers that they don't really have. Let me explain. Everybody has free will. Everyone will always have free will. You cannot change a person just because you have a crystal. Let me say that again. Everybody has free will. You cannot change a person because of a crystal. However, who you can change is yourself. And that is what makes crystals so special. For me, I have all these crystals not because I want to be a TikTok fad or something silly like that. I have these crystals because they help with me mentally and emotionally. They help me overcome some of my darkest moments, some of my hardest heartaches, and they've helped me to face and overcome a lot of my physical depression. Now, I still have a lot of growing to do, but I'm so grateful for the fact that I can hold on to a crystal and enjoy its presence in my life. And my cat gets to enjoy it too. You know, it's been helpful for him too. Sorry, I had to make sure he got off the bed safely. So, when it comes down to it, I don't think we should be promoting these crystals in a way as if it's going to change your life forever and you'll never have to do anything. I think we need to promote crystals as just that. Crystals. They influence you. They give you confidence. They can make you feel good about yourself. And sometimes it's just really the way that they look. The way that a crystal looks, like this big boy, is sometimes all it takes. It makes you feel warm and it makes you feel pleasant and happy to see and look at a crystal and be like, wow, look at the color on this thing. Or look at the phantoms. That's really the important part of a crystal. Crystals are meant to change us. They're not meant to change other people, because change, true change, begins with you. And then it spreads outward, because when you start your own personal change, you can then start to heal and help others who've struggled with their own change. That's big, in my honest opinion. I love carnelians. I still think they're awesome. I get them from my mom a lot because confidence is something that we all need, and sometimes we need a little bit extra because we struggle with some things. And carnelian's just a really pretty crystal. I won't deny that. Please don't stop getting them. They're really awesome crystals to have nonetheless. But I just want you to take into account that a crystal isn't a god. It's not going to change everything and make everything work exactly the way that you need it. But it can help you to find the confidence, the courage, and the hope that you need to accomplish some of the hardest tasks and difficulties of life that you've ever faced. So, if a crystal makes you feel a certain way, still get it. Don't feel ashamed about it, and don't feel like it should do whatever these TikTokers or people online say. Even when I say it's not always going to be the case. There's some crystals that call to you for a reason, and when you do go home and you read a little bit about them, you'll learn why. I also want to just touch on this really fast before I end this video here. When it comes to placing crystals around your homes, unless if you're doing a grid, I don't feel like it really matters. My crystals are scattered all over the place. I'll just show you really fast, even though it's a little bit of a mess. Behold my nightstand, full of a crystal skull, crystal points, a dino bone, and a lamp. I feel like crystals can be one of those few things that you can just put anywhere in the home. If you want to have specific placements, I would suggest, though, following through with feng shui, or of course just feeling out your home and where harmony needs more and where you need to put certain things. So that is today's video. I'm sorry that it's a little bit short. I also apologize that it's been a long time. Even though I do have so many crystals in my life, there's a lot of extremely difficult challenges, and I have been in a mentally difficult place. I'm hoping that I could get back on track making these videos for you guys, and thank you to any new subscribers. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. Hopefully I'll be able to keep this up, but if not, thank you for continuing to watch my videos, and I will talk to you next week. Have a wonderful day. Bye!